Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Flock Talk.
Is my hat on straight?
Looks straight.
This is straight.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Flock Talk episode 5, where we are going to be divulging some interesting habits about ourselves to you all. We thought it was only fitting since we kind of filleted our husbands out there for you all the last episode. Also, Rachel's mic is on today. However, her voice is almost gone, so we'll see what happens.
Touch of laryngitis, but
Yes.
nothing we're not going to work right through.
Yes. So I have 14 odd habits. How many did you
You
have?
ended up with more than me.
Did you? Okay, yeah.
So I
did.
didn't get more. I still had 11, but I'll compress the last two. So I have I have 10. So you go first.
Okay.
I'm so impressed. When I first mentioned this to Becca, she was struggling to come up with one, and I'm like, it'll come to you.
I have to be honest.
She's that perfect.
I
She
can
just
see
can't.
how these are odd habits, but I just don't feel like they're that. A couple of them are. We'll see. My first one is that I don't like to touch food when I eat it. So if I'm eating pizza or even a sandwich or something like that, I most likely will cut it with a fork or a knife and eat it because I don't love to touch food, especially greasy food.
Now, this is also a very subtle habit of Becca's. Like
Anna didn't even know about it.
We'd known each other for years, and she had to tell me this. It's not like she's like, ew, I can't touch. Like, she's not dramatic about it or anything like that.
No.
It's a very subtle habit. Like, you wouldn't know this about her. Even I didn't, and we had eaten many meals together.
I don't like for my fingers to feel like they have
Greasy
food
or
on them.
sticky or
Yeah.
understandable.
Yeah.
Okay. My number one is I'm a lot better at it than I used to be, but popping my knuckles, popping my neck, popping my knuckles. I do it constantly all the time. It is a 100% myth that you will get arthritis from popping your knuckles. It's a myth.
Yes. Now I want to pop my knuckles
Now I do it all the time. I just anything I can pop. I pop my back. I'm dying to get one of those like chirp roller things and roll on my back. Back when I was smaller, I'd have James like, wrap his arms around me and like pop my back. But see, now once I say it, I'm sure all those of you, if you pop your knuckles, you'll do it too.
Yes. Kind of on a lot of mine are food related.
Okay, cool.
Which is interesting because we talk about food all the time anyway.
Yeah.
I eat food in a specific order. Like if I have chips or French fries, I'm going to eat that before I eat my sandwich or wrap or something. Now, if I go to like a potluck, what's going to happen is I'm going to eat the thing that I like least first and save the thing that I like for best for last. And the problem with that is that a lot of times I'm not hungry when I get to the last things, but
you've been waiting on
that I've been waiting for it. And so I've had to like retrain my brain so that I'm not eating when I'm not hungry just to eat my
what
favorite
you wanted.
thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it's hard.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
I will tend to pick
Save
out
the best for last.
Yeah. Okay. Number 2. This is more of an OCD thing.
Okay.
I have to have the volume on my TV on an even number. If James turns it on and on, now it only shows up on the TV for a grand total of 5 seconds, and we have a sound bar. But if it's at an odd number, I'm like, what are you doing to me?
Do you prefer odd numbers in general to even, or even numbers in general to odd
Yes.
numbers? See, I'm the opposite.
Almost
I like odd
always.
numbers. That's so funny.
But I can't have it.
I didn't know that about
James
you.
will turn it on an odd number and be like, and I'm like, stop.
Why would you do that?
Stop.
This one, I blow my nose in the shower. I don't think it's totally weird, but it's not that I can't shake it, I won't. It's a perfect place to blow your nose. Everything is like warm and loose, and it's just, I am not sorry about it.
I will
Also,
blow my
you're in the
nose
shower.
after the shower, but I feel like it's almost sinful to blow your nose in the shower and then it.
You do it before you bathe. Stand there and then you blow your nose, and then you can just wash it off.
Slime
Just
slips
boogers.
down your body.
I know we're going to get lots of good comments about this.
Ugh. Okay. I can never. First of all, the hair on my head doesn't grow very fast, but my nails, I feel like I cut my nails twice a week. But I always keep really short nails, and I can never, you know when you get a hangnail, I can never cut one nail. If I trim one nail, I have to sit there and trim every single one of my. James can go in there, whack one off, and then we're sitting eating at dinner, and I see one nail is way shorter than the rest, and I'm like, you gotta do something about that.
They feel different.
I know. Now again, I know a lot of these are OCD tendencies. I swear, I might have a touch of it,
Maybe
but
a
not
little
bad.
bit, yeah.
But that's one thing I cannot do. I can't trim one nail. I have to do them all. Now, not all, including my toe, like a set.
Yeah.
I either have to do all of my fingers or all of my toes.
I get that.
And I can't have them overgrown. Like, you know how people are like, I went, you know, got another hole in my sock because my toenails are too long. And I'm like, no, I've never experienced that in my life because I could not have my toes.
Be too long.
Yeah. Now, some people can. That's fine. What teach their
I
own.
get holes in my socks. My toe, like, I don't like my toenails long, but my big toe is kind of like up like this a little bit. And so Wayne makes fun of me all the time. Yeah, I'm that person.
I saw Becca's knees for the first time the other day.
I almost shared that group text.
Did you? I don't know how I worded it.
So
but I basically told Becca I felt a little dirty seeing her knees. I said, I think I feel like a boy in the 1800s looking up some girl's petticoat or something.
The funny part, I found like it's no secret that we love moo-moos around here, and we have these ones at Walmart that are like cheap, but they're not as cheap as they used to be. They're also sinfully ugly.
Yeah.
And so I found some that were solid color and not completely embarrassing.
Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah. So I take a picture of myself in the mirror and send it to him, and it's not even my whole knee that you can see. It's like the bottom of my knee and the rest of my leg. So she sends that. So then of course I have to like take a picture of my whole leg and send it, and she's just
scandalous.
Like the Mr. Bean, like so funny.
Oh my gosh,
it's so funny. Okay, number 4. I'm not particularly proud of this one. It's kind of lazy. I have been known to check our mailbox, and if there's nothing good in it, I'll just leave it in there and close it up.
For how long?
Until Wayne gets it.
Okay.
Sometimes I've done it a couple days in a row.
Okay. Yeah. Can't put the bills or the Hungry Howie's coupons in your car.
No, because I hate clutter in my car.
Leave it for
leave it.
For the mailman
I'll
the next
deal with this
day.
later. That's how I deal with everything right now. If you look at my phone, there's like notifications because I'm like, I'll deal with this later. I can't.
I think that's our life motto right now, unfortunately.
Yes.
Is I'll deal with it later, which is fine. Okay, this one's about food. I already told you this one, but like especially French fries. Chips are the same, but in a different way. I'll explain. But if I go to McDonald's, let's say, and I get a little meal for lunch, I'm eating my French fries. I cannot just like pick up the fries and eat them. I have to make sure that I'm not eating like a fry that's this long and one that's this long. I separate them into sizes. Subconsciously, it's not like an obsessive thing where I'm like laying out napkins and being weird.
This one's 3 inches. This one's 2.
I don't like pop out my tattoo of a ruler and but I'll make sure they're generally the same size because like Becca mentioned when we were discussing it, you want to dip them in ketchup maybe, and you don't want to dip them if one's
Well, you can't. If one is really long, you have one like this and this, then this one is the only one that'll get ketchup on it, and then you like get up here and there's no. It's disappointing.
Now with chips, if I'm eating a sandwich and some Doritos, let's say, I'll always eat the broken chips first and leave the full chips for last. Last is the folded chips because those are prime, top tier. The folded or the. So that's how I eat chips. Really?
I eat the huge ones that you're like cramming in your mouth, and I eat those first, and then the folded, then the little ones. That is so funny.
I eat the pieces first. And then I eat the whole ones, and then the fold ones are the top tier prime chip. Save those for last.
Yeah, because at the end where the little pieces are, you like the bag and you just pour it into your mouth.
I'll throw them away. I will throw the bag of chips or make James eat it like
If it's Doritos, I won't throw it away. If it's corn chips, I'll throw it away.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Chips are high. Have you seen chip prices?
No.
I tried to get a bag of Funyuns, like a normal. They don't make like a family size. $5 for a little bag of Funyuns.
Funyuns are expensive anyway, though.
I love a Funyun.
I don't look.
Tear up my mouth.
There's not much that my kid Becca will eat now, and so chips are one of them. And so I buy the chips. It
Good,
could be $20 a
good.
bag, and I'll have to just buy them.
Well,
Or
whatever
make
works.
my own. I could make my own.
Yes, you can.
Number 5, if I take photos on my DSLR camera of my children, then I have to immediately download them and edit them, no matter if I'm running late or not, because it will eat at my soul if I don't. It's
This is
weird.
understandable.
It's weird.
This is understandable.
If I don't immediately do it, then they'll never get edited. I don't care about that.
That's what you tell yourself.
No, they don't. Seriously, I have some sessions on my camera that I haven't even pulled off because I didn't do it immediately. Now I'm like, meh. Not excited about them now. It's the weirdest thing. It drives my husband crazy.
At least you know that that's...
It's weird. That is weird.
Okay. Okay. This is another one about food. I will 9 out of 10 times not choose to eat anything chocolate unless I have a big old glass of really cold milk. I'm a milk girl. I get it honest. I will drink a gallon of milk a week if someone will let me. And I could never in a million years run into a gas station and grab a candy bar and just eat it in the car on my way somewhere. Never. I have to have milk. Have to. You remember that day where you were getting us donuts from that donut place and I brought a thermos of milk?
Yes, I do.
I took that very seriously.
You enjoyed your experience more.
did. I am a milk girl. I will literally turn away, I have before, turn away a dessert or something like that because I don't have milk to enjoy with it. Now James will do he'll eat a Hershey bar and then down a Gatorade, and I want to throw up thinking about it.
And if we go to Crumble Cookie or Krispy Kreme or something like that, she always gets a milk chug.
I have to have it. It's like the ultimate palate cleanser. I love it.
I can do it with water. It doesn't bother me. Yeah. This one's also a little weird. I love to pet and rub cold ears.
Becca.
It's like a foot fetish, but not. It's not that I like looking at ears. It's not that. I just love the feel of them. They're cold and smooth.
I think we need to get her admitted.
Okay. No, I'm never gonna be like, hey. It's not like that.
I think you should have worded this differently.
I don't know how else I could have worded it. It's just weird. Dogs and cats, particularly, if their ears are cold, I'm gonna pet them, but also my children. I'm always like, I don't know why.
I think you should have worded that differently.
How would you have worded it?
I think you should have leapt with, started with my fuzzy. I love to rub my fuzzy dog's ears.
No, if they're not fuzzy, it's better.
I'm trying to help you. It's already out there.
I'm just trying to
I'm trying to help you for the future, okay?
I don't know that I've ever...
You're weird.
I think that's the weirdest one I have.
I have nothing that's going to top that. Nothing. Okay, this one's much less entertaining than Becca rubbing cold ears. Now we all know I'm a canned girl, sodas. I prefer canned over bottled. I prefer it over fountain, most fountains. Those stupid ones that you can get all the flavors, those
never
are
taste right.
Horrible. Anyways, I'm a canned girl. I always have canned. Right now, for the past couple months, we've been doing Coke Zero because I think it tastes phenomenal compared to Diet Coke and the closest to regular Coke without having all the sugar and everything. So that's what I drink. I have my fridge set so cold that most of the time my eggs crack because they're frozen. I don't care. I'll take the hit, even in this economy, because I'm very particular about the temperature of my drinks. So when I get a soda, crack it open and drink it. I will drink it within 20 minutes.
So that it stays cold.
Because number one, I cannot have it any temperature above 40. Number two, I cannot even fathom taking a swig of a soda that's even a little bit flat. I can't. And I don't know if you know this, the Zero brand of products, Coke Zero, Sprite Zero, they all get flat way faster.
No.
So I drink it literally. I will guzzle that thing down. Even if I don't have to, I'll just guzzle. I can't have it.
Will you drink a canned drink in, like, would you put it in a Yeti or something?
Over ice, I would do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
But my favorite way to drink it is just right out of the can. I think it tastes.
I don't drink canned drinks.
I love
out of the can. I prefer a canned drink over a bottled drink, but I would pour it into
over
a cup.
ice. Yeah. Well, you also drink creek water, nasty Dr. Pepper, so.
Creek water.
Creek water. It's nasty. Smell it on.
I don't want to say this next one, but I know a lot of you all understand.
Let's hear it.
I love to pop zits.
Oh, yeah.
And peel like flaking skin.
Yeah. Me and James used to have an agreement when we were dating for, life gets busy, that he would lay down and let me, I'd set a timer for 20 minutes. I'd have my headlamp on and my little tools out, and he'd be on his phone, and he would let me go ham, mostly on his back, his shoulders, for like 20 minutes, and it was heaven. It was like a stress reliever for me, so I totally understand you here.
Yeah, I could be an esthetician to do extractions. I could do that.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
You'd be great at that.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
It's so satisfying. Now, I don't like the Dr. Pimple Popper type of cut open and then just...
Sometimes it makes me sick, but I still watch it.
But have you seen the one, My Feet Are Killing Me? That's the title of the show. And it's just about podiatrists that have like extreme cases. I don't care how bad your feet are, it'll make you feel better about them. But also you feel bad for these people that are walking around like that. Don't watch them. Don't do it. Don't Google that. Okay. I will never remember your name when we first meet, and I don't want you to take that personally. I won't. It's not going to happen. It's not you, it's me. But I never will remember. If I'm with anybody, Becca or James, I hope that they're paying attention more than me, because every fiber of my being wants to be involved in getting to know you. And I might know 10 other facts about you after that conversation. One of them will not be your name. And it's just a predisposition, and I'm sorry.
And we've gotten lots of comments before, because we both have this issue, about how to do that. Say their name, touch their shoulder, say their name, whatever.
You must not have anxiety, number one.
The problem is that once you tell me your name, I can't hear it because I'm already thinking about what I'm getting ready to say.
Exactly.
So that there's not a weird pause in conversation, because then, of course, I'm going to say something I totally regret. It's awkward. But yeah, no, I get it.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
I get it. I'm like really weird about my screen protectors on my phone. I don't like for them to be cracked or to have. Is yours disgusting? That would kill me. It would kill
Hang
me.
on, let me wipe
It would kill me. And if I put
the bubble.
No, if I put a brand new screen protector on my phone and it has any imperfection, that sucker's coming off. I've used up to 3 before. Yes, a whole pack. So what I do, I take my phone, clean it, and then I take Scotch tape and cover it in Scotch tape, rub it on there.
Sure. Get every little.
Pull it off, and then put the screen protector on. I'm actually really, really, really good at it. So now I don't really have to go through it, but I cannot stand my phone to not be perfect.
Well, if you guys need a screen protector on, Becca's your gal.
Love it. It's so satisfying. But my husband or my kids or my animals can't be around me because...
No, the hair and the fur and the dust and the sneezing and the...
Anything. Like, don't move.
No,
don't breathe.
It's like you need a sterile environment.
Yes.
You need to run off somewhere with great lighting where everything's nice and dust-free.
Yeah.
I understand that. I understand. Again, OCD-like tendencies, but I think they just make us better. You're great at putting on screen protectors now.
I'm really good at it. I'm like a professional.
Okay. This one is, I don't want to say this in like a bad way, but I try to be more of a shallow-minded person because I truly do believe that in certain circumstances, ignorance is bliss. Now, I will expound on this, but this is a quirk because I do pride myself in choosing ignorance in certain things. Number one, controversial, I'm sorry, politics. I try and stay ignorant in that way because my life is better when I don't have to think about all that crap at night. I can just go to sleep. Now, I have huge questions, for the big man. I can't wait to get up there and be like, so God, let me just kind of, but I don't sit here and think, is the world round? Is it flat? I don't like to waste my time on things that are not affecting me right now. So I'm sorry, but it's true. Now again, I think a lot of people could benefit from choosing certain things to not dive into the way they have. I think that people get consumed with things that they don't have to. Now, I think passion and then being consumed by something is a little bit different. If you're truly passionate about something, go for it. But I don't know enough about certain things to expound on them or to worry about them or to lose sleep over them or to choose them over spending time with my family or X, Y, and Z. And that makes me happier. So when someone tries to talk politics with me for more than a few minutes, I'm like, yeah, I've got some socks to fold at home. I'm sorry, my phone's ringing.
Well, I think the particularly difficult part about topics like politics and religion and things like that is that more times than not, in fact, I've never been in a situation where this wasn't true. You are so dead set on your beliefs and your opinions on it that no matter what I say or anyone else says, like I can present you with the cold hard facts and you're not going to believe me.
Yeah.
Because you could present me with the exact opposite cold hard facts. Like, yes. I think it's just, I also tend to veer away from topics like that. Yeah. Not because I'm not interested in them, but because it just, you're never going to win somebody else over.
No, and
for that.
I think religion is a good example of something that I feel blessed and well equipped enough to spread the gospel when I can, if the situation arises. But like Becca mentions, if I get into a conversation with someone who I sense has a very different belief than I do, I'm not going to waste my time sitting there battling back and forth. Like that's just not.
No, and I'm not saying you shouldn't say, like, I firmly believe that you should be able to say what you believe.
Yes.
And I can disagree with it and still respect you for it. And not dive into a heated debate about that. But no, I mean, I've worked with and had friends who had polar opposite opinions about religion and all kinds of stuff than me. And we had healthy, like,
you can
tell me what you feel because I want to understand where you're coming from, vice versa. And at the end of the day, we still loved each other and we still disagreed with each other.
Yeah,
and that was fine.
Absolutely. I mean, I have friends and even some family members like that, and it's about respect. You respect that they believe different. And to be honest, I feel, I'm just speaking for myself, I feel like as a Christian that I'm not called to judge. I'm called to understand, respect, and love and know that God loves you just as much as he loves me, even though we believe different things or we might believe different things. And I'll talk to you if you ever want to talk to me about it, but I respect you and the differences that we believe. So, but on certain topics, or like sports. Sports is another one, I'm sorry. But like James, he really likes football and everything. And if I was a really great wife, I would learn the plays and I would learn what they're doing and what everything is called and what all the fouls are. But I go to sleep at night much happier that my brain is not full right here, just right here, of football plays or what fouls are.
Left fullback.
Yeah. I'll ask James, he's very patient. I'll ask James during a game, I'm like, what is that? He'll just tell me and I'm like, this is all I need to know. I don't need to study this.
You may ask again next time, but...
And that's fine. But I don't need to sit there and learn or talk about football for 30 minutes. I'm like, I like to be ignorant about football. Thank you. I don't know why.
Go team.
Go team. I just want to be here and eat. Can I eat? Who's got dip?
I do love a good dip.
I love a good dip. Oh.
I will not drink the last bit of a drink if it doesn't have a straw in it. I also don't like to drink drinks unless there's a lot of ice in them. So the reason that I do not like to drink a drink unless it has a straw in it is in my head when you take a drink.
Spit.
The spit goes back in. So the bottom portion of the drink is spit. And if you have a child and share a drink with a child, I can't.
Don't do that.
No. If I let my kids drink out of my drink and they've been eating, I'm like, swallow it, open your mouth, let me see what's in there.
I'd be like, that's your drink now.
Then I'll let them.
Oh.
And drinks have to have lots of ice. Like, because I like, again, really, 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 really cold drinks.
Yes.
If they give me, like this coffee right here, this iced coffee is probably not going to get finished because it didn't have enough ice in it.
Interestingly enough, coffee is the only thing I'm okay with not being freezing cold when I get it, because less ice means more. Not really. I know the volume and the don't. In my head, if I get a coffee that's filled to the brim and this much ice in the whole cup, I'm like, I'm getting so much coffee.
I'd rather have more ice than less coffee.
She would.
Yeah.
And me, I can sit there and stir it and work it for a while to get to a decent temperature, and I'm fine.
When I worked at the movie theater, people would come up and they were like, like a large Coke, no ice. And I'm like,
oh, no.
I'm like, fill the cup with ice and then put Coke in it.
Joseph's a no ice guy. Still, he will not order ice in any drinks.
No. We have friends at church who are from other countries, and they're like, oh, no ice.
I'll choose ice, especially if it's that good crushed ice or nugget ice, or
I'm an ice
just
fan.
the soft ice. You know, places that just have softer ice. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. I only have two more. You already know this. This is one of like the habits I can't shake, and that is pretty much anything, any type of routine or anything that I've already established. You will be hard pressed to get me to try something new to replace that habit. And I'm not talking just about like old habits
Discount
got
apps.
hard. Do I?
Discount apps.
Discount apps. I didn't need them 5 years ago, so why would I need them today? Save money. I get it. It's a problem. Like, for real, I still would choose my $6 Clean and Clear Morning Burst face wash that I used when I was in 8th grade 13 years ago to clean my face, rather than something that could actually help a girl in her mid-20s. But, you know, I'll still choose that. Or, I mean, literally, take any example. Literally any example. It's really hard to get me cleaning the house. I use like the same 3 products I have for years. I'll be hard.
If you love them, why change them?
That's exactly one. But again, I get a lot of the draw of changing certain things. It's just so hard to get me to do that. It's so hard. It is. I'll wear something out. The phone case I've had the same phone case for probably 5 or 6 years. I just buy the same exact, the ugly, black, boring phone case. And do I want a cute phone case? Yeah, but it won't work the same. It won't work the same. It's a problem. I need it to hold my cards.
My phone case holds my cards.
What does your phone case look like?
It's Wally and it's leather, and it has a holdy thingy.
I don't like it, but doesn't it have the thing over it?
No, it doesn't.
I need to take a gander at it.
It's in there. The sound machine.
Oh yeah, for the baby.
The baby sound machine.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll show you later.
Oh yeah.
I won't share dairy-based drinks or treats with anyone. Not my kids, not my...
I knew this
Yeah,
about you.
no, yeah, it's weird. It's disgusting. It's like, I can't... don't take a drink of my milkshake or a bite of my ice cream or anything like that unless you want to eat the rest of it, because I will not eat after you or drink after you if it's dairy-based. I don't know what's wrong with me. I understand that it's not completely normal.
Because you'll share other types of things, just not
dairy-based. Don't ask me to.
What if I have my own spoon?
That's fine.
Okay. So
But
like single dip.
You can only have one dip.
Single dip.
Yes,
my own spoon.
that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My mom does this. She does it now just to piss me off. But especially with ice cream, she'll say, I want to buy it. Let's say she's driving, I'm in the passenger seat, so I'll get ice cream on the spoon, and my thing is spit, okay? So mom will go, like, I'm sorry, this is going to gross you out. Like, the spoon is coming, mom will go like that.
With her tongue out?
With her tongue out. And I'll say, put your tongue in your, scrape it with your teeth. And she's like, oh, it sits. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, scrape it, or use like the edges of your lips. But she'll stick her slobbery tongue out to just lick. And I'm like, don't slobber on this spoon, mother. And she's my mama. But James, I can't. My husband, nobody. Charlie, I'll be like, Charlie, stick your tongue in your mouth. I can't. But of course, Mom. She's mean, so she does it now.
She's gonna do it anyway.
And I'm like, stop. But I do understand that. I do. I think you have more than me, so do more.
Okay, this is gonna drive Rachel crazy because she's polar opposite. I will let my gas tank get to E basically every single time because I hate pumping gas so badly. In fact, sometimes because when the gas light comes on, it's like 30 miles till E, but sometimes I let it and it's like, get gas, like no more miles till E, because I hate it so bad. So I traditionally will wait until Wayne is in the car and be like, oh, you know what, Wayne, I'm out of gas. He also will pay for it if that happens. Yeah.
I think my blood pressure's higher right now thinking about that.
I knew that would. You never have gotten yours below a quarter of a tank, have you?
Oh, the past couple months with gas prices away, I didn't have I was aware of it happening, but I let it happen because like let's get the payday car. Come on, get me there.
Yeah.
But if I can absolutely now my other car, my first car, I never saw her gas light. Don't know where it is. Don't know what it sounds like. Don't know what it looks like. I never saw it. I kept her tip top. I don't mind. I don't like pumping gas, but I don't mind it.
Hate it.
But I can't. My anxiety. I need to know that I can jump in my car and go to Knoxville and back if I needed to. Same type of anxiety that I can't let my phone die. Like months will go by, my phone will not have been turned off, and I'm like, James, my phone's not working right. He's like, have you let it take a nap? And I'm like, no. And I'll turn it off and back on, and then it's working fine. It was just like exhausted.
So when Wayne and I first got married, so like 16 years ago, Anna and I worked together at this physical therapy clinic. It was, I guess, both of our first like real job outside of like our first jobs, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And it would come payday, and Anna would be like, we'd get our paycheck and we'd go and put it in the bank at lunch because direct deposit wasn't a thing back then, really. And it was, but wasn't. Anyway,
it wasn't.
Anyway,
yeah.
She'd be like, "Hey, will you follow me? Will you follow me to the gas station?" Because she had been on E so long, she was afraid she would run out of gas, and so she would wait for payday to get there. I don't know that I've ever been that bad.
Like putting.
You would blow your car into the gas station.
My sister would do the same thing. This one time, the house growing up, our driveway, you've been there. It's not like a steep driveway, but it's in a little bit of an incline.
Yeah.
She'd pull in and park and go about her day and get in her car, and it wouldn't start. And it's because her gas tank was on an angle,
so
and none of the gas would go in the line and start the engine.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, I don't know what's wrong with my car. Dad would literally have to put it in neutral and glide the car back and then let it sit for a second, and it would start up. And he's like, stop. Here's a 20. Just stop. Go get gas.
One more story about that, and we'll move on. I remember Anna and Mark had been somewhere, and it was late, and they were driving back on the interstate from Knoxville, and their car stopped. And so Anna calls Dad. I think it was like 1 or 2 in the morning, right? Anna calls Dad. Dad drives all the way out to them, so like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
They had run out of gas. They thought that it was like a problem. They had run out of gas. Yep.
That's humiliating. That's sad. That's humiliating. Okay, this is my last one, and Becca knows this as well. If I meet you or if I'm out and about and I see, you just notice people walking, people watching, I will look at 2 things. It doesn't matter what gender you are or how long I'm around you or anything. I will stare at, number 1, your teeth.
I knew that one.
And number 2, I will always look for a wedding ring or wedding band. I do not know why. It's not like I care. It's not like I'm prowling. But for some reason, my eyes are 100% drawn to your left hand. I always check to see if you have a wedding set on. A lot of married people don't. A lot of married people don't.
I didn't wear one forever.
So I don't know why I look, but I stare at your teeth. It's not particularly that I'm judging your teeth. Maybe a little. That's just my thing. I'm sorry. But for whatever, they're like, oh, your eyes. No, I'm like, they're like, what color were their eyes? I'm like, I don't know, but she got some pearly whites. I don't know.
Great teeth.
Great teeth. Honestly.
They're important.
But I'll look at teeth and I will look and see if you have a ring. I do think that's a quirk because, I mean, every single cashier that's checking me out, the person handing my food in the drive-thru, I will everywhere I'm looking at those two things. I don't know why. Some people look at what shoes you have on, or some people see if you have earrings, but that's my two.
Teeth. I get teeth. I get that. Yeah. This one is terrible. I hate it. Rachel hates it about me too. I proofread emails and texts after I hit send. I don't like why.
There's no point
at all. Not at all. Except that you can edit texts and emails now, but
it doesn't matter.
No, it's annoying. It really is. It is.
Meanwhile, James will know that I take 30 minutes to an hour to send an important text.
Yep.
Because I'll reread it and edit it and reread it. I will write it on a note on my phone.
So that you don't accidentally
So that
hit
I don't
send.
accidentally hit send. She acts like she knows me. She doesn't. She doesn't know me at all. And that's what I'll do. Then I'll copy and paste it into the text column and send it your way with exactly 0 edits, 0 mistakes, other than just my regular grammatical error that I'm unaware of.
Maybe I'll get my life together one time.
It's okay.
I know grammar. Anyway, I will go through drive-thrus at night in only my robe.
Oh, judgment here. Oh, judgment.
When I get home, I just want to be comfortable. And if the kids are Wayne or somebody, especially when it's like cool, just put my robe on, which is, fine, whatever, except like if you got into an accident or something and had to get out of your car, then you're in your robe and your house shoes.
That's the only reason the only thing I have to have on to leave is a bra. I know.
I won't even wear that.
Especially if for the bustier ladies, I am mortified of getting in a fender bender or something and pulling out and being like, "Hello, officer. How are you?" I just can't. But if you got a robe on, you don't need.
Last, I keep pickle jars with only like a few pickles in the bottom, right? Instead of like consolidating them. So
are they the same brand, same top, same kind?
Sometimes, not always. Sometimes.
If they're not the same, I can.
But this is not an exaggeration. There are at least 14 jars of pickles in my refrigerator right now, with only a couple of pickles in the bottom.
I feel like that should be like a task today.
I know. Honestly, well, I did clean my cupboard yesterday. I cleaned out everything, took everything out.
Do you feel so good?
I do feel really good. And I want to do it to my refrigerator because I'm running out of space. And I looked into there the other day and I was like, that's because there's 14 jars of pickle. I'll take a picture for you. I know there's at least 14 in there. Between the relishes and the spears and the whole pickles
hamburger
and the chips and there's at least 14.
I love a good pickle. I love pickles.
Partially because everyone knows that Fallon loves pickles, so for like her birthday and Christmas and just random things, they'll give her jars of pickles. And then we also make our own pickles. And then we have to have sweet relish for tuna salad, and we have to have dill relish for
egg salad.
Egg salads. And then of course you just have to have it's a terrible habit. It's taking up a whole shelf of my refrigerator.
I love pickles. You let me know if you need help, and I'll come help you eat them. I love pickles.
Tell them you're a weird thing.
Oh yeah. So I mean, we're both pickle loving families, and I did this growing up. And when I got married, I took it from my home to my first house, and it's made it through every move. Like when you go to sometimes fancier restaurants or whatever, you can get like those little jars of jam or jelly or something.
With the screw-on
or
lid.
Honey. It's like a pickle jar, but tiny. My dad cleaned it out, took the wrapper off of it, brought it to me. He knows I love little things. He said, "Look, Rachel, this little jar. I thought you could do something with it." And I was like, "Heck yes, I'll do something with it." So since then, I have collected the smallest pickle in the jar of like the petite pickles. I've collected the smallest one in the jar that I will not eat it. I'll save it. I didn't tell you this part. Lay it out to dehydrate. And then it gets like this big. And then I'll toss it in the jar, the little jar that Dad gave me, with pickle juice. And it doesn't rehydrate to its same size, so it stays like itty bitty. So all the pickles from like 10 different jars are in this tiny jar, and all the smaller pickles have been dehydrated and thrown in the jar. It's quite
And she's never
something.
going to eat them.
No. It's just, no, you don't eat
No.
them. You just put them in there.
It's like a trophy jar.
It's like an heirloom. It's like a pickle jar heirloom.
Are you writing that in your will for Charlie?
Yeah, I gotta write that up like right now, ASAP.
Yeah, for sure. Have it notarized.
Done.
All that.
Done.
Anyway, I'm done. I've divulged way too much information. Not that I don't. Every day of my life. You guys probably know more about us that you wish you never knew than most people. I kind of want to apologize, but at the same time, you're subjecting yourself to it. Like, you know
It's
this.
true.
Yeah.
If you see a title like this one,
What is this title going to be?
oh, it's
Off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head. Something about boogers sliding off your body. Something about, let me think about it. I don't know. Because see, let me just tell you how I find the titles. I'll watch them. And sometimes it's not even a point that we've written, but it's a comment about a point. And literally a light bulb. It's like my ears, they're like, hey. So I'll pause the video.
She normally has
write it
6 to
out.
8 potential titles for each.
But somehow, me and Becca, I'll send her 6 to 8 and I'll tell her nothing. And she'll pick the exact one that I was gravitating more to every time.
Because it's generally the most obscure.
Or just the most
Like dumpster diving for cigarettes. That
hilarious.
was the best.
Hilarious. So that's basically what I do. But I don't know. There's just lots of obscure, gross, funny things in this one that we could potentially do. But if you see a title like this in the future, you're choosing to click on that. You're choosing to subject yourself to this.
Yeah.
So really it's on you, honestly. But
Anywho.
I hope that you are loving Flock Talks as much as we love prepping them and filming them. I hope that you are getting to know us, and if you enjoy us and you enjoy what we do here and the way that we go about teaching and being open and honest and the way we value our community, join Oak and Lamb. We are having a great sale through Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Use the code BEMINE, BEMINE, at checkout for $35 off your first year of membership. Any type of crafting you're passionate about, we would love to walk hand in hand with you through that and make you a better, more confident, well-rounded crafter. We have cut files, free commercial use, licensing. We have great free courses for Cricut beginners. We have a member-only Facebook group. There's a lot to see at Oak and Lamb, and we would love to welcome you as a part of our flock today. Click the link below, use the code. We can't wait to see you there, and we'll see you next week for another Flock Talk.